guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Sadly, today is our final early Christmas video. I did two previous Christmas videos. If you guys did not see those, go and watch them. I'm trying to get ready early this year for Christmas to get our booties in motion, so I put out 3 Christmas videos to get us started. Today's video is going to be a Dollar Tree Christmas DIY that I'm super obsessed about. They are these really beautiful no-sew Christmas stockings that take basically no time at all to make. You don't need a lot of supplies or skill. Once you get the hang, you'll be able to make these, and you can give them with your Christmas gifts, or you can make them for your own home decor. If you guys love Christmas, or if you're excited to start decorating for Christmas, definitely subscribe to the channel because I have a ton of ideas coming up in the next couple of months that I cannot wait to share with you guys. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe before you go. Let's get started, guys, to share how to make these super easy no-sew stockings.
To get started, you're going to need to pick your favorite scarf from the Dollar Tree. I love the black and white buffalo check, but they also have an infinity scarf that comes in red that you could use. I was able to make one stocking from one scarf, so pick up as many as you'll need. So next up, you're going to need hem tape, which you can find at Walmart or your local craft store. It's just a couple of dollars and it works way better than hot glue and it lasts for a really long time. You're also going to need an old stocking for reference and to be your pattern, a Sharpie marker, and a pair of scissors. I decided to add this fur ribbon to the top of the stocking, but this is totally optional. This was originally $10. I found it on sale at AC Moore for $6. It's really beautiful and it hides any imperfection that your stocking may have. You don't have to add this. The Dollar Tree does have another option that you could use, but I definitely would recommend using some beautiful ribbon at the top just to be like that really nice accent. Another option to use instead of the fur would be to use the headband from the Dollar Tree. When you flip it inside out, it has this really beautiful fuzzy fabric that you can use in place of the ribbon, and it only costs $1, so pick which one you like. Now to get started, we're going to take our old stocking for our reference and we're going to place it on the fleece fabric. We're going to outline it a little bit bigger than the actual stocking is so that we can have some room to hem it or sew it. You don't want to make it too big, but you do want to give yourself some room. Once you've done that, now it's time to cut it out, and you want to make sure that you follow that line exactly. Once it's been all cut out, we're going to take that piece of fabric and we're going to place it over the scarf and just trace it exactly the same and do the whole process all over again. One of the best things about doing it the way that I'm going to share with you guys is you do not have to be perfect with your lines and cutting. It does not need to be exact. It can be messy. In the end, it's going to be all fixed and you will not see it. So don't worry if it's not perfect. Once you have both pieces of fabric, you can head over to your ironing board or you can bring your iron and a towel over. As our iron heats up, we're just going to go over the fabric to get out any wrinkles and to stretch it out a bit. So to use the hem tape, if you've never used it before, normally you would just cut it right down just like a piece of tape and you would place it on the outside and you would just iron it down. To make our hem a little bit smaller, I'm just cutting that piece of hem tape in half and it just works so much better that way. So I'm just placing it along the edge, leaving a little bit of room at the top of the stocking so that you can open it and fit stuff inside of there. With our iron on high with no steam, you're just going to continue to press on the piece of tape and the piece of fabric, and you just do it slowly and eventually it bonds. Be sure you check by trying to lift it up a little bit to make sure that it's completely sealed. Now we're just going to take that other piece that we cut in half and do the same exact thing on the other side. We're going to do this all the way around on both sides and on the bottom. The only place that we're not going to do it is at the very top. Doing our no-sew method can be a little bit tricky at the bottom since it's rounded, but I'm doing the same method over and over. I'm going to cut it right down the middle and then just cut little smaller pieces and use them to all connect at the bottom. So here you're able to see where I'm just checking to make sure that it's completely sealed all the way around. Once that's completely done, we're going to move on to like you would make a pillow. What you have to do is flip it inside out. So just like you would a sock that you just got out of the wash, You're just going to put your hand in there and flip it all the way through. This is going to be the outside of the stocking. So everything that we just worked on will be the inside, and now we have the stocking. I think that you do need a little bit of something at the top. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. This is how it would look with the Dollar Tree headband as your accent at the top, and I think that looks just as nice. You would follow the same exact steps that I'm going to share with you guys now. So now we're going to go ahead and take the ribbon and we're going to measure it all the way around our stocking. We want to leave a little bit of excess, so just go ahead and cut a little bit off that's extra. We're going to stitch that up in the end, or you can even snip it if it's too long, but it's always better to have a little bit more than a little bit too less, because then you'll have to redo it all over again. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start placing our hem tape right in the middle. For our stocking with the trim at the top, you want to raise it a little bit above where the stocking starts. So give it maybe like a half an inch of space above. It's going to make sure that none of that stocking is peeking over the fabric. It just looks so much better. We're going to go ahead and just cut the hem tape, snip it like you would the tape, and place it right in the center of the fabric and do all of the ironing steps that I shared with you guys before. So I may have lied just a little bit about it being no sew, but this is super easy sewing. At the Dollar Tree, they sell those little sewing kits. So grab a needle and thread and just go ahead and stitch the rest of the fur all the way to the stocking. This makes it look so much better. If you don't want to do this, you could try and use the hem tape. You could use a little bit of hot glue. Do whatever you got to do to make it work, but I am just using a couple of stitches from the top to the bottom to make sure that our the fur is adhered all the way around. Okay, so now we're going to be using the excess fabric to make the little hangy bit so that our stocking can hang from the mantle or wherever you're going to be hanging it from. Using the same needle and thread, we're just going to use a small piece of the fabric and we're going to attach it into the seam of the stocking that we put in there. There will be some excess fabric, as you guys can see. We're just going to pinch it, make a little loop, and then sew it down that way. Once you have your little hanging piece on there, you can hang them from your fireplace, from your bookshelf, from your shelf, wherever you're going to put them. They'll be able to be hung and they look absolutely beautiful. I don't think most people would suspect that a lot of the things came from the Dollar Tree, that it didn't take you very much time at all. I'm obsessed with the way that they turned out. I think that they look just as good in person as they do on camera, and I hope that you guys will try these for yourself. I'm also going to share with you guys how the red ones turned out. I did the same exact process for the red ones, and the red ones are from the infinity scarves, so it is a little bit more fabric. So the red looks just as beautiful. Give these with a couple of gifts. Maybe put some kitchen supplies in there, girl. You got yourself a really inexpensive gift, and I absolutely love them. So let me know what you think. Leave me some comments down below. As always, if you guys try this for yourself, please tag me. I would love to see what you guys come up with. Share this video with a friend if you guys are excited for Christmas like I am. As always, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time for another video. Goodbye, guys.